Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Classic Doom Shenanigans. Today I feel like talking about superstition. You know how there are people who think that walking under a ladder brings bad luck? Well, the good news is that there are no such ladders in Doom, mostly thanks to the limitations of the engine. However, the game does have its own superstitions, one of them being that saving under an open door could bring you bad luck. Is there any reason behind this superstition? There probably is. So today I'm going to show you two examples of cursed doors in Vanilla Doom. And since we're dealing with vanilla, let me turn on DOSBox. And the first example is in Doom 1, more specifically the older versions of Doom, before the big engine changes of version 666. So this bug you're going to see here appears only in 1.0, 1.1 and 1.2, and it's triggered in a very specific way. You have to save your game under an open door, reload, and then immediately attempt to close this door that's still open. And like I've indicated here, the game will get messed up in a really nasty way. So let's take a look. Like I said, we'll be using an older version, in this case 1.2. And I've prepared a saved game for this occasion. We'll be using this door here in E1M8 because it's convenient enough. Okay, so we have to save under it while it's open. We save. And then we just have to reload and attempt to close the door. Sounds simple enough. Ooh, oh, this looks bad. I suppose you can see the game got messed up in a really spectacular way. And I don't know if you can hear it. The music got stuck too, so now it's repeating the same note over and over again, like eh. So now the game is completely frozen. There's no way to exit it, or I'm pressing escape, but as you can see it just corrupts the screen even more. The only thing you can do in this situation really is to force DOSBox to shut down. This is done by pressing Ctrl F9 like this. So yeah, if you're playing on original hardware, you'll probably have to manually reset your computer. Not pleasant, but well, that's what happens if you mess with arcane old bugs. Now, the Doom 2 cursed door. It's actually a very specific door. While the previous bug I showed you affected all doors potentially, the second one can only be found on a specific door in map 6, and primarily in the original edition of the Doom 2 IWAT. By original edition I mean the one from the 90s. The latest version of the original Doom 2 IWAT is 1.9. However, there are some modern modifications of the 1.9 IWAT. For example, one of them is in the Doom 3 BFG edition. Another one is in the so-called Unity port, or even the one in Doom Eternal is a modification of the original one. And one way of recognizing which IWAD you have, curiously, is to look at the stim packs and medkits. In the original 90s IWADs, they have red crosses on them. In the BFG edition IWADs, they have some sort of pill symbol on them. And in the Unity port, stim packs and medkits have green crosses on them. And the bug in question is caused by the sides of the door having assigned line def actions even though they shouldn't, which causes the engine to get slightly messed up. It's not nearly as severe as the cursed door I showed you in Doom 1, but it's still a bit of a bug. So let's take a look. This is Doom 2 1.9, the latest version of the vanilla edition. So I've prepared myself a save game to save some time, and here we are in map 6, the Crusher. I've already cleaned up this area in advance, and I'll also shoot with the chain gun to better demonstrate what's happening. So, you see these sides of the door? They are the cursed parts. Trying to interact with them will cause the game to freeze, but only temporarily. Yeah, that's the curious thing about this bug. It freezes the game for a while and then it unfreezes itself after, I don't know, about 10 to 20 seconds, something like that. Let me show you. And yeah, I tried to interact with the side of the door and the game froze. Pressing buttons doesn't do anything, but don't worry, it will unfreeze itself in a few seconds. There it goes. Weird bug, I know. And I think it only works once. Yeah, this thing can only be triggered once. Well, it's something you won't be able to experience if you're using a modern source port, because it's generally fixed in there. I haven't tried every possible source port, of course, but I made some quick tests with Cheesy Doom and Crispy Doom, and in both cases the bug could not be triggered. So I guess they found a workaround. Anyway, that concludes our demonstration for today. I know it was short, but yeah, sometimes less is more. You want to see other weird bugs? Well, I'll be making more videos about them in the future, including some pretty nasty ones, like for example the so-called Medusa effect, a bug I'm definitely going to show you at some point. But for now, thanks for watching and goodbye.